State regime media, which calls itself Fox News, is in full collapse on live TV as Donald Trump's escalation in Iran has backfired in his face. Gas prices are surging, the economy is crashing, and state regime media needs to distract. So they are running segments like this all day. How humiliating. Play this clip.
What are you drinking?
Water, because my parents might be watching.
Hi, Dad.
What is your wildest summer break story?
I was at a party and I had a curfew. I made a 5-minute drive, a 3-minute run, so I could get home on time.
You didn't want to get grounded?
No, I had another party the next night.
Then they bring on Laura Ingraham, who said, men hate liberals. Normal men, they love the alphas. Alphas like Donald Trump. It drives the liberals bonkers. This is what you're talking about, that weak, pathetic thing in the Oval Office who's like, I did a deal. The vandals. That whiny little creature in the Oval Office. That's your alpha, that frickin' loser in the Oval Office. Okay, Laura Ingraham, here, play this clip.
Men don't like liberals. Okay, here's what the report said. Participants describe the Democratic Party as overly scripted and cautious, while Republicans are seen as confident and unafraid to offend. Okay, newsflash. Normal men like strength, patriotism, and common sense. Not this.
My mother she would give us a hard time sometimes, and she would say to us, I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Oh, God, I almost forgot that one. Alpha male Trump has driven Democrats absolutely bonkers.
And we all know that young people are just fleeing MAGA at a massive rate. And then state regime media Fox says, okay, let's get to the big story of this evening. Medical fraud. And this, as what they're trying to push, is Reconciliation 3.0, where they want to cut more healthcare from people. They want to take away more services that people need in order to fund the Defense Department to the tune of close to $400 billion more on an emergency basis because Donald Trump bankrupted the Defense Department. Here, let's play this clip.
Hello, everybody. I'm Joey Jones, along with Tommy Lahren, Riley Gaines, and Joe Concha, and welcome to the Big Weekend Show. The big story tonight is massive medical fraud. Independent journalist Nick Shirley is teaming up with Medicare Administrator Dr. Oz to continue his crusade against fraud.
More from Laura Ingraham here, who is clearly failing. And she says, these Democratic socialists, they despise America. They hate our music. They hate our tradition. They hate our music. They hate our, oh my gosh, trying to deliver free healthcare and free education and lower rent and make housing more affordable. They hate our music. Here, play this clip.
If the Democrats keep playing with the fire of socialism, they'll end up burning down the entire party. And that's the angle. Here to react is Texas Congressman Brandon Gill. Congressman, it's good to see you tonight. The pattern, I think, with these DSA devotees is that they really, in their core beings, despise America. They despise our traditions, our history, our music, our paintings, our culture, but especially those who've made it in the United States.
Oh, and then they bring on Riley Gaines, and she's like, okay. Let's address the issue that Americans really want to talk about. What are you going to talk about? Donald Trump's catastrophic war right now? What are you going to talk about? The crashing economy, that interest rates are going to be raised, that people can't afford homes? No. She goes, have they considered that the reason we care about Caitlin Clark and her safety isn't because she's white? What are you talking about? Quite literally, what the hell are you even saying? There are real existential issues that the American people and world are facing. And this is the culture war. Caitlin Clark is white, but that's not why we like her. That's not why we're doing this segment. Losers. They're all losers. Here, play this clip.
Have they considered that the one reason that we care about Caitlin Clark and her safety isn't because she's white, isn't because she's straight, but it's because she's good at basketball?
Yeah. Because
she's a generational talent who has revolutionized not just the sport of women's basketball, but women's sports as a whole, what she's done. Have they considered that? No, I don't think so.
And then Riley Gaines is like, and I have not seen the Kamala Harris video in the locker room with the sparks yet, but they got mad at Kash Patel for being in the locker room, but they praise Kamala. Kash Patel's the current FBI director, okay? And he's drinking beer in the locker room looking like a fool. But okay, this is what you want to talk about? Okay, here, play this clip.
And I hadn't yet seen that video of Kamala Harris speaking to those players, but was there any outrage like there was when Kash Patel was in the men's locker room after the Olympic team won a gold medal at the Olympics? No, I don't think so.
Wow.
And then you have one of the Fox hosts, Campagno, and she goes, I saw the video of Kamala in the locker room, and ooh, it's bad, everybody. It's really, really bad. I mean, can you believe that this is what they're doing on state regime media? Here, play this clip.
I feel like there should be a global policy against having her anywhere near a locker room pre-game, because I can think of nothing more deflating than listening to her and what she has to say. Sophie Cunningham did more for the WNBA in her 2 seconds of being a ring girl at the UFC fight, which was so explosive and awesome, than the vice president. I feel sorry for those women who are actually seeking any type of inspiration from her. But we're not surprised by this. And the unfortunate part to me is that she is still being enlisted as somehow a mouthpiece of the Democrat Party, she continues to flop in all of her speeches. I think fundraising continues to work, which surprises me. But I love this Chiron so much because she just whiffs every single time. I don't understand why the fact that her speeches that lack substance, both in policy and actual ignition, continue to be spread throughout.
Let me interrupt for a moment with a news story that you need to hear. So just recently, the Trump administration bragged about the PJM power grid. It's the largest in the country, moving away from renewables. Energy Secretary Chris Wright posted a chart showing coal, gas, and other non-renewable sources making up over 91% of generation and renewables under 6%. He was bragging about this. His advice in a time of strain during the summer heat was to keep your air conditioners blasting. His words. 1 day later, PJM had to declare emergency actions following an alert by the federal government, the Trump administration, telling utilities to cut electricity use as outages, overloaded transmission lines, and extreme heat pushed the system towards blackouts. Now, Trump loves to say in his speeches, like all the time, that only unsuccessful countries use wind, that only disasters run on renewables. He said that China doesn't use wind power, but that's not true even in the slightest bit. China is the #1 wind producer on Earth. It's not even close, and they keep on expanding it. Meanwhile, the Trump administration is bragging about cutting renewables while the grid nearly buckles. Listen, this isn't about politics. It's facts and common sense. Renewables aren't just good for the environment. They're good for lower costs and a stronger, more reliable grid. And they make the country stronger and more competitive as a whole. So now I want to hear from you. What do you think about how the administration is handling climate and renewable energy? Do you want to see more investment? Let us know all your thoughts right now in the comments. I want to hear from you. Okay, Ben, back to you.
Then they go back to the Jesse Waters segment. College summer break is off the rails. You want to see some college students going wild right now? Okay, let's show you some girls in bathing suits, everybody. Ha 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 ha. This is fun. What are they doing? What is this? Here, play this clip.
What college do you go to?
The University of Tampa.
Marist University. Rutgers University.
Salisbury University.
Woo! What's your major?
Psychology. I'll pick your brain apart.
Cybersecurity.
Nursing major. Hospitality major.
Finance major.
I hear that voice and you think money.
Summer break, what is the game plan?
Drink a lot. Smoke a lot.
Beach all day, every day.
Wake up around 12 p.m. Sit around, and that's about it.
Don't gain the freshman 15 while I'm at home.
Working all summer long in the emergency room.
Get money.
Getting a little drunk.
What are you drinking?
Water, because my parents might be watching.
Hi, Dad.
So then they start to finally, I guess, talk about Lindsey Graham. And then Mark Levin, who talks like this. Mark Levin, the warmonger. Netanyahu wants me. Right, that's my Mark Levin impression. Mark Levin's like, first he starts off, he's like, what we need to do with the Iranians, we need to bomb the hell out of them, bomb them and destroy, kill them all. And I resent when people say that Lindsey Graham is a warmonger. Lindsey Graham is a lovable guy. What? Here, play this clip.
My thoughts haven't changed for months. Pound the hell out of them till you pound them into submission. No more negotiations. It's our way or the highway. That's the way it works. Use all available options, including arming the Iranian people. That's my view. And as for Lindsey Graham was a remarkable statesman, a remarkable leader. He had 100 senators. He was a standout among 100. And why was he a standout? He was funny. He had a great personality, and all that is true. He was a character. But he was a principled man. And I resent when people call him a warmonger. What's a warmonger?
And then Ted Cruz is like, I just think that Lindsey Graham, he just had a way about him. Like when he would go on your show, Sean, and he would start begging people for money, and he would tell the ladies, the little old ladies, hey, little old ladies, don't feed your cat. Give me your money and not your cat. How adorable was that? The hell are these? Like, what? Seriously, like, who are these freaking people? Here, play this clip.
Wit. Heck, he'd go on your show, as Tim was just saying a minute ago, he'd tell people to go to his website, and he'd say, you may be a little old lady, your cat doesn't need food, I need your money. And it was done just lightly and with a twinkle in his eye.
Then they bring on Tim Scott, and Tim Scott's like, and I think Lindsey Graham set a great example for our party. We should all acknowledge that Donald Trump is our ruler. And once you understand that Trump is the ruler of us and the ruler of the free world, then we can be free. Just embrace Donald Trump as your ruler. What in the MAGA cult is? I mean, this is some like real crazy cult shit, right? Just embrace him as our ruler. Here, play this clip.
I wish more people in our party would realize that President Trump is the ruler of the free world and support him, just like Lindsey Graham did.
Okay. Then, oh my God. Then back to Mark Levin. And Mark Levin's like, and the Persian people and the Persians and the Iranians, they love Lindsey Graham. They call him Uncle Lindsey. He's their uncle. Uncle. They call him Unc. Hey, Unc. Hey, Unc Lindsey. You want to kill us, Unc Lindsey? The hell are they talking about? What are you talking about? Here, play this clip.
And same with the Persian people, where he's known as Uncle Lindsey, because Uncle Lindsey came to their defense and wanted to help them too. This man was a humanitarian. He saw things going on in the world. He wanted to confront them. He wanted to address them. And of course, the isolationists and the Marxists with the warmonger BS and all the rest of it. I got to know him. He was ubiquitous. He would text, he would phone call, he would post things. He would say to me, "Hey, Mark." I said, "Yes, sir." "You don't realize how big your voice is. Keep it up, keep it up." I said, "Well, Senator, you're not the first one to tell me that. The president has told me that." "Well, he's right. He's right. Keep it up, keep it up."
And then finally, you've got Maria Bartiromo speaking over here with MAGA Republican Senator Mike Lee. And MAGA Republican Senator Mike Lee is like, okay, we need to honor Lindsey, and here's how we're going to do it. The Voter Suppression Act, the Save America Act. That's what Lindsey would want us to do. Take away people's votes right now. Let's do it. And Maria Bartiromo was like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Here, play this clip.
This is something that Senator Lindsey Graham spent a lot of time with. Like me, he had a lot of enthusiasm for this bill, which I introduced in the Senate about 2.5 years ago. I believe, Maria, that there are multiple paths ahead by which we could pass this. Maybe that involves attaching it to another must-pass vehicle. Maybe it involves bringing it up on the floor and debating it until it passes, something that I've long advocated. Maybe it involves picking out pieces of it that could be implemented through creative uses of budget reconciliation. I'm not terribly partial to any of these three. I personally prefer the second. I think that would give us our best chance. But I will take any opportunity to debate this, any opportunity to cause it to become law, because the American people deserve it. The American people want it. Voters overwhelmingly support it to the tune of about 80%. That's Democrats and Republicans alike. One of the best ways we could honor Lindsey Graham's legacy would be to take this up and pass it this month.
There you have it, folks. That's real. That's not a parody. That's actually what they did all day yesterday on regime media. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to add the MeidasTouch podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts for new updates every single day.